that rumors of my death were greatly exaggerated.
He's showing up at the party now. Is
Yeah.
he involved? Is he using share play?
Perhaps he, oh, I mean, unless he's showing up because it's a bloodstained ritual of the night and mentioning his name has restored him from the afterlife.
Oh, say, maybe it's possible that he's using crystal powers to
Mm-hmm.
maintain his mortality.
Yeah.
Oh, hey folks, I'm Bubba the Vulture,
Hey, I'm Serious JG.
and this is Let's Play Bloodstained Ritual of the Night, featuring Mysterious JG. I forget what other. Uh,
Bloodstained ritual of the night. Is there like it? No, it's not like. Did we have some
Bloodstained
gimmick
Ritual
where
of
we
the
were
Night,
having a
The
different?
Next Glory.
Were we calling it a different byline every time? Like I'm
No, no, no. It wasn't
trying to
one of
come up
those
with
of like
different bylines for every RZA episode. No.
the desolation of Jared Singe or whatever.
Check extra mode because I'm curious what extra modes you've got. So
There
there
is
is
speedrun.
a boss rush speedrun randomizer chaos mode. I wonder what that is.
Versus mode.
I don't know what that is either, nor do I know that we would be able to play it because you're on PS5.
I don't know that we
I'm on
wouldn't
PS4.
be able to play it, but I don't know that we would.
Right. And so I'm curious enough to look these up. Classic mode, I believe there is something because I saw this when I won, and you're playing as what's her name, the actual protagonist whose name I can't remember. I remember her character model, but not her name. But
Well, sure.
she's in a kind of like side-scrolling Castlevania style adventure, and maybe Chaos mode is. I don't know. There is some kind of mode where it is a Simon's Quest inspired game, which actually appears to have some length to it, but you're playing as Dominique, whose name I can remember, even though I can't remember the protagonist's name. Man, I was curious about those things, but that is not what we're about now. What we are about is maybe trying to wrap this bad boy up as far as the main story goes.
Yeah, and you know how I was saying
Yeah, you did some. You crafted some curry, I guess. Maybe gained a
I did
couple
some
levels.
off-screening. I guess that was in October
Okay.
of 2024. It is now January 2025. And I guess that probably means also the last time that we would have played this game together in a sit-down session would have been in July of
Well,
last year.
yeah, no, we got to finish this up, Bobo. And then after this, I'm going to look into whether we can use some kind of team play, cross-platform, PS5, PS4, and we're going to finish the Dynasty Warriors 8 Woo playthrough that we were doing. Unless that was Dynasty Warriors 7. And then we have to do Jin. So yeah, we've got another series to complete after this one's over, but we got to finish this one first.
Thing is, there was a bunch of that backlogged that we had already recorded.
What?
Oh,
Dynasty Warriors
of
8, I
whichever one
think.
of those Dynasty Warriors. Where,
Oh, I think I eventually posted what we had
oh, okay.
because we did not finish that game before. I don't remember exactly whether that was me going to Afghanistan or you getting married or oops, various things have happened in the last. That would be more than a decade now if I count me going to Afghanistan.
Well, yeah, no, I mean, I definitely remember
I
that we
don't
were
think that was what
making
interrupted it though.
joking reference to, oh, I heard that Donald Trump might one day enter the sphere of politics.
Hmm. Yeah.
Bloodsteel!
Okay?
Yeah.
Gotta remember what buttons are again.
Well, they're on sort of
They're
the right
round
side.
objects.
Yeah.
They, yeah.
If you're not Amish, you can use them to fasten your clothes together.
Okay, so here's one of the things I want to check. My
I
inventory.
was just saying I remembered what her character model looks like, but I didn't actually remember what your version of her character model looks like. Ooh,
Oh, yeah.
that's a lot of curry.
Yes, that was the thing I did off screen. I made a lot of curry. So if this isn't enough, then I'm just not doing the right thing. So,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Well, now I think you're probably going to have to fight a couple of bosses again. Like I guess we'll see. Like, did you get some kind of auto save where you? Well, I don't know what you have equipped that allows you to. Oh, can you go talk to that jerk that we saved 800 times? I don't know what you have equipped that you just have to touch things with your head and you get money.
Oh, that's right. I was farming for cash because I was using that to buy ingredients for the curry.
Mm.
So I need to check what my equipment is, but I've got equipment that both allows me to
Were you getting a lot
open.
more money per drop than normal here?
Yes, that was the other part of it.
Oi, thanks for rescuing me 100 times. Why do you keep ramming your head into that lantern? I mean, I'm not judging.
Whatever you do seems to work for you, and it certainly has helped me, but...
Is she Alicia? No, that's Miriam.
Miriam.
Yeah, Alicia's from Bullet Witch. Never mind.
Oh, I was actually thinking of, wasn't there an Alicia in one of the... Or was it Trapped? Alicia
Um,
Summer.
yeah, no, you're right. Alicia Sama was in Trapped, and now I'm wondering, is Alicia in Bullet Witch?
Is that some other... I mean, the one
I
thing I know
know.
about the protagonist of Bullet Witch is that she was the girl with the demonic.
I remember what
And it was nice to meet her.
I think her name was Alicia. I'm sure that her ally, who may or may like, at one point I was like, oh, is there going to be a twist where this is like somehow her dad's spirit? And they never really explained what it was. But it was called Darkness. But the most important character in Bullet Witch was, of course, Maxwell Cougar.
Yeah. Hey, you're the girl with the demonic, aren't you? It's nice to meet you.
We will put our lives on the line. It's our next series. Is
Going back to Bullet Witch.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna get Bobo. I believe that game was an Xbox 360 exclusive. I'm gonna see if I can find Bobo, the cross-platform Xbox 360 PS5 technology to play Bullet Witch. The Let's Play I played, A, it involved a lot of post-editing because I kept dropping frames and trying to resync the sound, and B, I played it when I had a terrible cold. So it's just a great series to go rewatch.
Yeah, guys, you kids these days, you just don't know how good you have it with the
Yeah.
ability to record things off of a console without really much effort, if any. I mean, like right now, I'm literally just letting the PS5 do it itself. I'm not even involving another piece of equipment. But it used to be you had to get one of those little USB or some other kind of doodads that were designed for you to make backups of your VHS tapes.
Mm-hmm.
And then you'd have to go back.
I feel like there might have been more care and potentially more care and maybe more interest in our part on each individual video. Like when we were recording the Warriors, like I watched every single video we put out a couple times over while going in and like putting in title cards to stretch out the time when we dropped enough frames that the sound was out of sync. And it meant being really familiar with the videos as you uploaded them, as opposed to here's episode 800 of.
Thinking the Shinobi Guard was kind of the best thing that we had going.
The cut purses ring. I got you. I see.
Okay, so yes, that made enemies more likely to drop gold. This is the ring that gets you plunder. Yep. That doesn't really add that much to my...
Well, the other thing you got to bear in mind is it's replacing a cut purse ring, which is probably doing almost nothing for your stats.
Well, no, but what I meant is so let's see, black belt. I could become Black Belt Jones. I'd be less lucky, but
I think she's more
seems
of a
to pair well with the
type,
Shinobi.
Yeah, I think it does.
Could I wear another black belt? No.
Well, you'd have to have more than one. Now, you could borrow a purple belt or whatever from your son, but it probably doesn't give you the stat boost of a black belt.
Oh. And no, he only has a white. Oh, that's... I could go back to this old favorite for all of the ending scene stuff. Put on the stone mask again.
Ending the scene. This is one of those games where the ending scene is not really that much more involved than any other plot scene, unfortunately. But here, let's see. Oh, Fuda Talisman.
Section of
Your
Kame.
mind and your luck, and it makes
Oh, Kame.
God.
I could increase my defense without, yeah. Oh, it's a Tinker's Ring.
This is giving you, like, these little boosts that you're getting from the stone mask are all going down, which is why it looks like there's so much red text. But the Traveler's Ring is giving you a bunch of extra attack because you've got about 99% map completion. But you can also wear the Strider belt, and then you could dance on Dracula's grave, except Dracula's not in this game.
That's true. Yeah, I mean, why would you even think about Dracula in relation to this game? I don't understand it at all.
The D at the end of Bloodstained is for Dracula.
Hey, guess the D, yes. Guess what the D's for, huh? Alright, so... Actually, I should have checked how much cash I have now, too. Because I've got 69,000 gold. I could, like, literally just go in and just buy dishes if I really wanted to. But I think 60 different...
High potions?
High potion.
Oh, hello, miss.
Hello, governor. Oh, the old lady over there wants some food. Can you do anything about that?
You can only carry 9 of anything anyway. You might as well have 9 high potions. Okay, because you can only have 5 of those, so never mind.
Here you are. Is this
I'm
right?
not using those
Here
as
you
much,
are.
but... Hey,
What? I mean,
now,
I could
are you
be
able
tossing
to
around
alchemize...
Textophius.
Can you alchemize Ultimo potions from high potions or something like that? I don't think high potion is the highest potion. I think there's like RVD potions that are even higher than high potions.
Oh yeah, and of course, having separation anxiety about the game. Don't worry, I could still come back and find out. Like, I don't know if this lady wants churros now or what's going on, but
No, but I'm with you there. Like this game, I was having enough fun, and I'm not the connoisseur of the Metroidvania games that you are, but I had enough separation anxiety at the end of this that I was like, no, but I don't want to keep finding stuff. Like maybe I could get 100, maybe I could max out all of the crystals, and I was like, no, I really don't want to do that. Oh, maybe you don't know a high.
I don't have
the potion recipe.
I don't have the recipe for it.
You have to stop Dominique.
But is that cooking or no? It would be alchemy. Never mind. Let's cook up some potions. No, the difference between cooking and alchemy is kind of vague. Like Claudia gets to do a little bit of cooking in her DLC from Rizzo 1, but it really is just like it's the alchemy menu, but it's Claudia instead of Rizzo. It's kind of a ripoff, right? How are the twin dragons? Mucho Smocho.
So now how?
An ice zone.
Yeah. Oh, it's back. The glacial tomb.
Yeah.
Right, and it's a ways back. I got some traveling to do to get there.
Yeah, you sort of spin your arms around each other and then go traveling. Okay. And
that's right. That's what I do.
That's what you do. You're gonna. But and there are optional bosses that you haven't fought yet that involve finding specific keys, and there are little things you can do. You got more
there's
than
a whole
worth of bonus content if you want it.
I told you there was already an encounter that I came across that
that I've never seen. I think
where like there's a ninja. Oh, how
cyborg ninja?
Yeah, I don't know how else to describe it except some kind of cyborg ninja. Could you try describing it in another way? Like a way that doesn't sound like you're just trying to say something cool.
Well, I mentioned to you in our chat that I've seen a bunch of videos of people like with scare cams. I mean, I guess scare cams not really a fair name for it anymore, because there's lots of streamers who use those, and they're not just doing it so they can be scared in jump scare games, but you're seeing a lot of videos like that of people like, I never played Metal Gear, like this was before my time, but I'm checking it out now. And my biggest frustration in the handful that I've seen a few minutes of is, you're not constantly trying to exhaust every possible codec conversation. You're just accepting the codec conversation the game gives you. And then you're like, I don't understand what's happening in the story. Well, of course not. You didn't have an additional 3 hours of dialogue with the Colonel. And how are you going to know that Vamp might mean that he's bisexual if you don't call Pliskin like 50 times?
Psst, JG, I think there might have been other clues.
Well, I can't imagine what you're talking about.
Okay, so now the other thing I need to do now is make sure I got some good.
Auxiliary call. Yes, what is it, Pliskin? I wanted you to know that there were other clues.
Yeah, Steps Osseous was the zapping lightning all over the place attack that seemed to be holding me in pretty good stead.
Yeah, you landed on some different favored spells than the ones I had in my playthrough, which I thought was pretty cool. This does seem like a game to be worth playing through again. Still evil. I wonder if there's a shortened form of the scene for when you've already lost her once. Oh no, but you
So
loaded
this is
again,
the,
like literally.
Yeah.
In the game's canon, this fight has not happened before.
So this is basically the game
even
doing.
Gramarye has failed me. Alfred was afraid of what you could do with the shards.
This is the game basically doing the DG Cell takeover of Colonel or General Ulube thing.
I guess I thought you were going to say this was this game's version of Master Miller shaking out his ponytail and revealing that he's Liquid Snake.
Well, no, I mean nobody actually
We've
did
known
that
for a
to
long time now that Dominique is evil. This is the first time we've encountered her since finding out she was
What
evil.
you wanted? The crystal? You betrayed us, Dominique.
Is
I
that what I
can't help
wanted?
but- Go ahead.
Did I want the crystal? I am the crystal.
And you know, I don't want to be pervy, but I can't help but wonder what, like, you know, some parts of her body are like now that they've been crystallized. Like, you know, like you can see her face, so it's like, you know, apparently like her mouth is and like her nasal passages are not crystals. So.
I mean, go ahead and kick rocks, kid.
Oh, don't think me ungrateful. I have you and Johannes to thank for teaching me the alchemist's lore and how to control the shards.
I'm so grateful that I'm going to murder you, but nicely.
Why are you doing this?
Because once again, the demons appeared, and once again God stayed silent. While
From a
his
distance,
servants were slaughtered
the world-
mercilessly one by one.
God is turning us into crystals. God is turning us into
that's the whole
crystals.
thing. We're being turned into crystals, but God is watching from a distance. He doesn't even
Yes.
notice.
So I began to wonder, what if
Well,
there is no God? What
And
if
I
the
consulted
Lord
with
we
a boss
grovel
from
and
Samurai
pray before
Showdown
is
Ren,
alive,
or
and
Sen,
our faith
whichever it's
draws
called, the
power
Xbox
from
360
some
one no one remembers.
other
He
nameless,
agreed.
unspeakable thing.
This was a joke worth talking over a lengthy piece of my dialogue for.
Well, I feel like, you know, you might have to go back many, many months to find it, but I'm sure that we've already listened to this dialogue once before.
I
So,
probably said
I
the
wash
same
my
joke.
hands of it.
It's possible. Wash my hands of it. Of course, now I need to be careful and not use, like, pumice, or I'll scratch my hands permanently.
Because God can rot. I decided to seek a higher power.
Vince
The
McMahon.
power to slay gods.
Isn't this the plot of like Thor: Love and Thunder?
I fell asleep during that, and it's not actually a critique on Thor: Love and Thunder, but it was literally, I think, the first feature film that Bean and I tried to watch at home after, you know, kids allowed us to
Right.
be in front of something without their constant supervision for 2.5 hours, and we were both just exhausted enough that we fell asleep. Like,
You know, I fell asleep in the theater in front of, and this is, you know, again, we know you've already seen this dialogue, folks. I fell asleep in a theater watching The Hobbit. I stayed awake during Thor: Love and Thunder, and yeah, I could. I'm not sure that I'm in a huge rush to see either movie again. Although I'd probably rather see Thor: Love and Thunder than The Hobbit.
Do you realize how many people have died as a result?
I've got the stats right here. You'll get them at the end, and then you'll get assigned a code name based on how many rations you ate.
you've killed more people than you know.
Not
Man, that
consistent.
dub, I guess, is like considered what, like, impure or terrible now or something. But that's what I think of when I think of Dragon Ball Z.
Well, yeah.
They
Impure.
deserve to die because they were weak. And more will follow until I obtain all I desire.
So,
Ahabusa should have
following the
took
higher
approach.
power,
Uh-huh.
everyone deserving to die because they're weak, Dominique is the Undertaker.
Wow. I mean,
I
is
killed
she-
my parents because they were weak. I follow the higher power, Vince McMahon.
I wonder if she was still around, would she like have Trump on her podcast? I think she probably would.
This whole mess wasn't enough for you?
I want more
If the
mess. I'm a
last summoning
messy
had
drama
been
bitch.
enough, I wouldn't have had to bring you here.
Oh,
You're
so
after
I've
all
inconvenienced
powerful
both of us.
Cheaple's crystal wasn't enough to summon it. So you needed mine instead.
And you know what? I haven't noticed this entire time until just now, so maybe other people have been fixated on it. But,
Dominique grooving away underneath your
yeah,
hand.
Dominique's little tiny sprite just shimmy swaying in the, like, crook between Miriam's arm and a hip.
I have to admit, I didn't notice it either, but you said, you know what I just now noticed? And, like, I instinctively started looking around. I was like, oh, it's got to be that.
It's a visual puzzle thing. It's just like, oh, ah. It's just like, hey.
Is it
Smart
two
girl.
faces, or is it a vase, or is it Dominique
Your
grooving?
crystal was too clean, too pure.
It was
So I made sure you
99.99%
would
pure.
obtain shards and acclimate yourself to demonic power. Then
Mhm.
Gremory could possess you after the battle with Jeeble had worn you down.
Okay, well,
Oh, and see, this is the part where
she and
people who
Gremory
get
working
really
together or
deep
not?
into the lore of this game will talk about the Gremory possession theory, in which it was basically about 2/3 of the way through the series, Gremory possessed you, and everything that you did after that was actually just the influence of Gremory. You'd been indoctrinated by Gremory, considering the amount of contact that you had had with Gremory.
I can't wait for the big twist where it turns out that Dominique isn't actually turned into a crystal. She just used hypnotherapy and nanomachines to make her think she was a crystal as part of a plan that she had actually hatched with the old guy a long time ago.
If Zangetsu hadn't betrayed me.
Oh yeah, and then of course he's involved in that in some way.
But so, yeah, as soon as I say that, she suddenly mentions the Dave Hayter character.
Yes, which,
Doing the right thing isn't a betrayal.
Now
well, I
I've got
mean, unless
jungle
you're
fever.
unless you're evil, then like doing the right thing is a betrayal.
I
Like,
suppose so. Yeah.
You know what? I never expected to be put in a corner like this.
I thought that
I'm
no one
baby.
put Dominique in a corner, but apparently I was wrong.
You leave me no choice but to play my final card.
face down in the
World!
graveyard and end my turn.
Oh, it's gotta be Toon World. Now you'll have to face a powerful cartoon, Dominique.
I will use my crystal and the Libelo Gaiath to summon Baal, the ultimate demon.
Well, wait, if you could summon the ultimate demon this whole time, and that was your whole aim, why did you wait until now?
Well, that's confusing, actually, because when you read the books that she's been leaving around, there does seem to be someone who's trying to summon the ultimate demon Baal, which kind of makes you think there's some kind of demon-obsessed weirdo who's behind all this. But then when you meet her, her plan does seem to be giving herself godlike power by, crystal methods. And somehow you being now I actually don't understand what we just got explained. She literally just explained her plan, and I already don't understand it because it had something to do with you defeating emo guy, and then the demon possesses you, and somehow that allows Dominique to absorb both of your powers. But it was still to summon Baal, who
I
presumably
think the
will
thing
eat and
that's
kill her
different-
because he's a demon.
I think the thing that's different about this is that she's having to sacrifice her own.
Oh, crystal power.
Like she's having to sacrifice herself essentially to summon Baal, so she won't get to witness the destruction of the universe
so she's
and the
not
summoning
trying
of
to,
Baal.
So it's not some like lame Sephiroth thing where she wants to make herself a god. it's a lame Seymour thing where although Seymour did want to make himself a god, he just wanted to be god of death. So she has this lame thing where all humanity must die, including herself.
Yeah, and
Okay. Because
I just took a moment while you're saying that to perform a very honorific blitzball victory pose.
Yeah.
With my arms in sort of a yin-yang sort of look.
So I know it's a mistake to get too into what is the villain actually trying to do in a fantasy game, but it's like, she's like, God didn't protect people from being murdered, so I'm going to murder everyone.
God didn't love me when I was little.
Well, yeah, it's like whatever the reasoning behind it is, what she wants to do is summon a demon to destroy everyone. So okay.
Do you? You don't. So I'll tell you. There's a reason Jeeble survived 10 years ago.
Okay.
You know, not enough exercise, poor diet.
What does he have to do with this?
Oh.
It was in his blood. An exorcist, like me.
Exorcism is a matter of blood. There's no training involved. Okay.
Our blood suppressed the crystal corruption and effectively spared his life. And now I have surpassed him.
I will destroy him.
Nokian script. No
It wasn't love, it was hate.
To summon, even if I cannot keep it here forever.
Okay.
But the process is slow. Because I can see the
You are slow. Shut up.
Do you really think you can stop me before then?
Oh, yes, I do. You don't understand what power is for. You wield it stupidly, arrogantly, and now you will pay
You
the
don't
price.
use your power to find articles to bury the dead with, or give an old lady burritos like I would.
Oh yeah.
Hang on a second.
Started, by the way.
Yeah. So, what I really should have done right there is said, well, okay, and it sounds like they're about to have a big battle, which would be the perfect time for us to stop and think about what we're going to do. Because it took us 27 minutes to sort of chat our way through this and get through the dialogue here.
Oh, this is perfect because you can call it a video here, and
Yes.
now if you have failed runs against this boss, you don't have to upload them.
I might, because it's not as though, I would have a really hard time finding a slot in the busy calendar of Bobo videos that are being released to squeeze that one in. Sure. But, yeah, so when we come back, this isn't the first time we've done any of this, but it might be the last time. This is Bo the Vulture.
I'm Serious JG.
And this is Let's Play Bloodstained, Ritual of the Night. And thanks very much for watching. We'll see you next time.
Bye.